Okay. Okay. So, good evening, everyone. It's John Moody of Moody Mystery. Just want to let's put the sound back. It's not. Okay, good. Okay, and I want to thank Stan of Fans. Thank you very much for the follow. Been doing well. Um, Again, we got some level drains. Some were accidental, but there was a few that were intentional. But now that we've got all our characters that we want, oh, Seattle Rust. Good evening. I hope you're having I think good afternoon. If I think remember you're on the West Coast, so okay. So we have to keep leveling up again. We need to get. Let's see. Let's see. Are there any characters that we? Because Jalimni is actually in decent shape. Is actually close to another level up. So it'll go close to getting level 12. So I don't think having Jalimni is a priority. I think beef. Let's just let's remove Jalimni. We still got a good front line here. Okay, so it's okay. So right now our plan is to grind Murphy's Ghosts. You're like, oh, you know. Again, we could go down to level 10 and like go for Frost or Poison Giants, but keep in mind that Beefcake and this chick don't have a lot of hit points, so they could be let's just say we could be dragging their carcasses back to. Okay, we do have the cleric, so cleric's gonna cast our Morphic spell. It's gonna help our armor class. So we're gonna just leave. Okay. Now only the characters in the first 3 spots can get attacked, and they have decent armor class. So we're gonna go to where the Murphy's Ghosts spawn. Okay. Okay, again, friendly, but we're gonna fight them because our characters are evil, and evil characters fight friendly monsters. Now notice that I have the thing on very fast. You're like, why very fast? Because one thing I know about Murphy's Ghost, they can't do a lot of damage. They only do like they only have 1 attack for 2 damage, and so there's no sense, So if I'm gonna be efficient at grinding. That being said, if we can get to maybe level 12 on everything, we may actually do some what I call item grinding, in which we go all the way down to level 10, have a fight and kick butt. Okay. Sorry to turn down the speakers. I didn't want I have the speakers. Now I could, by the way, send them through the headphones, but in this game, sound is not super important. And actually, the way I'm wearing them, this is actually more comfortable. We surprised the monsters. Now, with the Lord and Samurai getting up there in levels, we're actually starting to pick up multiple attacks per round. The one item I would love to have is there's actually 4 items. That I think, yeah, I think 3 or 4. I'm trying to remember. The 3 big ones we want are the Lord's Garb, Muramasa Blade that the Lord can use, Muramasa Blade for the Samurai, and the ninjas already got the shurikens, or shurikens, I don't know how you pronounce it. And we want the Lord to have a Blade Cuisinart. It has multiple attacks. Yes, and if you're wondering, yes, it slices, it dices. Look at that tomato. Just FYI, if my stream goes out, I do have some thunderstorms passing over us. Not really. They're actually around us, but you know, it's. That being said, you never know. You can even have a even if it's a sunny day, you can still have either power or internet go out. Oh, and darn, I forgot to look at the experience points of one of the characters so I could determine how many Murphy's ghosts I killed. Darn, I keep forgetting to do that, Moody. Shame on you. Shame on you. Great slimes. I'm not a fan of slimes because they don't give us a lot of XP, but and some other characters, sometimes other monsters, they don't give a lot of XP, but they can drain lots of. They can it can damage you for like 5 hit points, whereas Murphy's Ghost 2 per hit always. I looked it up. And I think it says like 1d1 plus 1. So, and actually knowing the hit points of how the hit points are generated is actually important. For example, I think Frost and Poison Giants. I think I have 1d1 plus 80 or 1d1 plus 60. So what that means is they are actually considered level 1 characters. And there is a spell, Machinito. Hey, I'm gonna put the Nito in Machinito. Which kills any monster that's that's under level 8. So since they have 1d1, they are actually considered level 1 for spell purposes. So if we encounter poison giants or frost giants, we'll Magneto them, and kill them instantly. The only drawback is they do breathe. Another good character to get on level 10 is Will-O-the-Wisp. Even though it seems like even though it looks like undead, it does not have any special attacks. In other words, it can't paralyze you or stone you or like drain levels. The only drawback is it has like a -12 armor class, so Will-O-the-Wisp battles can last a while, which is lots of fun. Hello Murphy's Ghost. Now there is one question I do have, which I haven't encountered yet. Even if my lord is evil, will it allow me to equip a lord's garb? Because I tried when my lord was good. What happened is there was an evil shield and it said cursed, and it did not give me the armor class bonus. In fact, it gave me the opposite. So that's one thing I want to wonder. Okay, so again we're just nope. Remember, friendly monsters we fight. It's not that, got some. So what we're doing here is essentially we're just, and see, the thing is, every time you go back to the statue and you ask to search yes, you get another Murphy's Ghost. Now it would actually make it easier grinding if you got like 2 Murphy's Ghosts. But I like the fact that you only get one at a time, which is consistent. So what I do is I just keep going until my hit points get down to about 20, and then once they get to 20, then I decide to head out. I've probably killed enough to at least advance the Lord. Hopefully the Lord will pick up some hit points. I mean, I should say Beefcake, because it sounds like the Lord, It's like, no, this is not a religious stream. So here we go. We're just more unseen entity. Oh. Okay, so what I'm letting you know is that there's an ad break that's coming up soon. So usually what it does is there's about every on 15 minutes in, and after about every half hour thereafter, ads play. It's usually lasts about 2 to 3 minutes. Use that time to relax, use the bathroom, you know. Okay, ad break is now over, so we're going to continue with our grind, our Murphy's Ghost grind. So here we go. Okay, now one thing to keep in mind is that, so you notice that there's the fight, but you notice that Toast doesn't have that fight option, and that's because only the characters in the front three can fight. And the first three characters can fight. Now, the other characters, they can do other things. They can spell, they can dispel. If they have items, they can use them, or items that are what I say usable, which I don't think they have. Nope, friendly. We're gonna fight them. And by the way, humor is encouraged. So if you have something funny, a pun, feel free to put it in chat. That being said, there's no rule that says you have to participate in chat. This is not like high school or college where they have a participation grade. It's not that. I'm actually thinking of streaming this again on Saturday. I'm not sure right now. I think the reason I've been streaming is because almost all my other games I've completed. I'm still trying to find out Ultima 7 Part 2. Something's wrong with that file because I can't seem to access anything. Can't seem to access my game loads. And one thing I'm thinking about, as I said, just, if you're not sure if things are going to get exciting, stick around because we get enough experience, enough you know what, we're gonna we may item grind. But we need more hit points on the Lord and the Samurai. And the reason our hit points are low is I think we went through a lot of level drains. Whereas the ninja we didn't, and so we're killing right now. We're just again killing the Murphy's ghost. We're trying to be quick about it. Yeah, what I'm trying to do, I know grind streams are very uninteresting, but I still want to. I just want to at least try to talk, be entertaining. You know, maybe crack a few good jokes. I would make a joke about plumbers, but see, I crack jokes. I don't joke about cracks. Okay, we're starting to get a little bit low on hit points. I know Beefcake is getting a little bit low. What we're gonna do is just to speed things up, so I don't have to spend a lot of time going back to town. Once Beefcake gets low, I'm gonna have the cleric cast Mahdi. Mahdi is healing. Okay, so we're doing well with the Murphy's Ghost, and also we keep getting gold every time. Over time, that gold's going to add up. Now, that being said, I think right now our party is in a situation where we don't really need the gold per se, because the items that we are wanting are not available at the trading post. You know, with the elite like Boltax trading post has your basic items and maybe a few magic items. I also want to try to get some silver gloves for everyone. And how you get those is usually a powerful monster has to drop it. So something like a greater demon or whatnot. Okay, so our Murphy's Ghost grind is going pretty much according to plan. Yeah, poor Murphy. Well, I mean, but I feel for Murphy, but if you're, Murphy's Ghost, honestly, if you're going to be grinding, it may take a longer time, but Murphy's Ghost is pretty much the perfect monster. No special attacks, gives good experience, only does 2 damage per round. I mean, what's not to love? And the other thing is I don't have to worry, but yeah. Like that minding your own business when... Well, not really. I mean... Actually, what happens is... See, it's when I search the altar is when it happens, you know. Murphy's Ghost, I don't think realize, you know... Although I will say this, I think it's nice that this game has such a mechanism. In case, let's say, because I know Wizardry 7 does. Wizardry 7 has a few places where, if let's say you happen to get into a place that's over your head, so to say, maybe you're like, oh, I shouldn't have gone to this part because I can't get out. You can at least, there are places you can at least level up. That's what I'm doing here because I'm waiting for Jeff to get tilt-a-weight. A little bit. Beefcake's actually level, if you look underneath, Beefcake's about level 10. And so the only character I didn't bring along was the ninja. And it's the reason being is because the ninja is actually only a few thousand of experience from leveling up. I hope everyone's doing well. Iron Knight Monk, it's good to see you again. Thank you for dropping on in. I appreciate you dropping on in with regularity. But as I said, if you don't, there's someone, if you can't make it, that's fine. It's on. I was a little bit worried tonight because when I wanted to start at 8, there were some thunderstorms overhead, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to risk it. Watching Moody will keep you regular. Not sure if it's a compliment or not. Now, one thing I've curious about something. I know I've seen people write XD a lot. Apparently, I'm still clueless. I'm trying to think what XD means, or if it's or if it's an expression for something. So it's more curiosity than anything. Okay, come on, Moody. Okay, Beefcake's down to 13. Oh, okay. Facial expression. Okay, I'm not sure which one it is. I assume the D is like an open smiley. I'm not sure what the X is, unless it's like a no eyes and nose. Oh, closed eyes. Okay. So we're gonna keep on. Let's keep on going. Oh, okay. So it's like a I thought. Okay, thank you for. Okay. Our beefcake is down to a low enough XP that we're gonna Mahdi. So now beefcake's got full hit points back. But thank you very much. Watching movie will keep you regular. Now, when I think of regular, I usually think of, bathroom. But hey, if it's when I think of keeping people regular, I think of fiber and. Believe it or not, fiber, and I know the second thing is going to be strange, walking and lots of water. Apparently the walking, I'm not sure, I think it kind of like jars not saying jars, but it like, you're moving, and I think that helps the food get through. I actually used to work at a supplement store, so I'm actually familiar with a good many of the herbal laxatives. Let's see. Okay, so we have the samurai still at 24, so the samurai is not in too bad of shape. Okay. Just looking over at the temperature. Temperature's going up. Interestingly, my thermos it's warm outside, and interestingly, my thermostat is in an area where sometimes the sun can shine on it, especially later in the day. So a lot of times what happens is it'll actually get relatively cool. Relatively cool in the day, and then what will happen is once our One, so once the sun goes down, then it's like no longer heated up, and so the rest of the house gets warm. I'm not really overly concerned about that. I just know it's a phenomenon, and I just roll with it. Okay, so we keep on rolling here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna let this chick get down to maybe like 10 or 12 hit points. Then I'm gonna cast the Mahdi, and then I'm gonna heal. Then I'm gonna completely heal the others with Mahdi, and then we're gonna go up and we're gonna level up. I'm pretty sure I'm sure Beefcake has enough to level up. Welcome on in, everyone. This is John Moody of Moody Mystery. I tend to play a fair amount of retro games, especially RPGs. I'm probably going to push it back to Monday, but Monday I'm going to be also talking fitness. Okay, and by the way, you may be wondering why I'm fighting friendly monsters. Because if you see on the party for the Lord, the first, third, and fourth characters, you see there's an E before the class. E means evil. And evil characters always attack friendly monsters. If I were to start not attacking them, there's a possibility some of my E's could turn to G's. Hey LAJ, how you doing this evening? Thank you for coming on in. Now you may say, evil characters and G's, what's the big deal? Let's just say they don't like to hang out with each other, okay? Evil characters don't like good characters. Neutral characters, they could give a hoot. And so I would, Ellie, welcome on in. I would probably say that this is a Wizardry 1 stream combined with a just chatting. Because grinding is so uninteresting. Why do I want to grind? And no, not the type of grinding where like you see in on the dance floor, you know. Not that type of grinding, okay? But getting characters leveled up, because I'm actually doing this as a no save scum. So in other words, if let's say my entire party gets killed. Oh, okay. Okay. Ooh, note to self. be an interesting channel point redeem. There's only one couple problems with that. Number one, I can't dance, and number two, I'm not in shape. So those are two small problems, you know. Oh, darn, Moody, come on, turn around. Turn around, okay. Okay, and you're wondering why the things are going past so fast? I don't really care. I don't really care about how much damage they're doing. I know that a couple times through the monsters are gonna be killed. And I know that most Murphy's Ghost can only do 2 damage. I don't know if anyone remembers the South Park episode Make Love Not Warcraft, where how the kids leveled up by going to the forest and fighting boars, which gave them like 2 experience. And so it was like, you know, and so they were actually doing that for like 3 weeks. Just to kill the one gamer with the, I think it was the Sword of 1,000 Truths, if I remember. I'm kind of doing something similar. The only difference is I at least have ad breaks, so I don't have to like got Fitness Day for Calisthenics with Murphy. Calisthenics sound good, but probably I have a feeling it's the one problem I do have, because I actually asked about streaming there. I go to the gym I go to now that I'm at the university. The gym I go to, I'm going to give you a hint. Think purple. Does anyone know of a gym that features lots of purple? I think you do. Let's just say they have a fairly no strict, you know, not, you know, they don't like filming. I may have to ask. You know, I may try that. I may just say, you know, or what I would have to do if I'm gonna do that, I would have to do that at like crazy hours where there's no one else in there. The artist normally known as Prince Jim. I like that answer. And FYI, I'm just gonna say this: puns are welcome in chat. And how can I say this nicely? There's not a lot of puns there, so we're getting a little behind. It's like Jennifer Lopez, getting a little behind. There is an ad break that's coming up soon. I'm just letting y'all know. So how those work is when there's an ad break, I don't do much of anything. I just, you know, I use that as a chance to go to the bathroom, refill the drink. You know, and I encourage you to do the same with that too. Get up, stretch your legs, do your hair toss, check your nails. Maybe how you doing? get more people active in chat, I have a fun poll question that I'd love to do. Because I'm actually a fan of SpongeBob. So my question is, SpongeBob is dead. Okay, according to my calculations, my ad break is over. So we're still in the middle of grinding Murphy's Ghosts. SpongeBob died when Hillenburg died. Well, I'm just gonna give you my opinion. I think they're just starting to run out of ideas. You know, they're just, you know, I think they're getting to a point where it's like it's like there's not a really logical progression of things. You know. You know, and see, I think the thing is they've already done all of the things that they normally do. I mean, they've already had the SpongeBob gets his license, and then gets it taken away for some technicality. You know, you've had Plankton trying to steal the formula. You know, you've got Sandy and the science experiments. So I think that's why you're seeing other shows. That's why they introduced like the Patrick Show. Because I think it's like, you know, I think they're just needing to go in a different direction. But I am gonna pause a little bit and put the question in chat, unofficial poll. So let's say that indeed SpongeBob has been murdered. Who would be the prime suspect? You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but if I were to ask that survey, I would know. I probably would have a feeling who the top two answers would be. Okay, we got a vote for Gary. Meow, meow, meow. Mr. Krabs so can save $1. Wait a minute. Do you really think SpongeBob gets paid $1? Knowing that, SpongeBob's probably getting like 5 cents an hour or something like that, you know? And my viewer account, I actually put a third possibility. So we have three different people, all prime suspects. I have a question. Couldn't Amazon be a He's number If anyone else wants to chime on in, go right ahead. Come on, cheat. Okay. Okay, I think we're gonna call it a day. No. Rephrase that, Moody. We're going back to the castle. We're not gonna call it a day. Don't all of a sudden, like leave, leave the stream. I'm not quitting yet. Just going back to the castle. I'm back to the castle again. Okay. Not going to take the stairs up because we're going to camp. So let's have the cleric heal everyone. Okay. We're going to do a Maddie. Now, the Maddie spell happened to be named after Madison. Get it? Madison. Okay, so everyone's back at maximum hit points. FYI, I'm just gonna say, when it comes to level ups, I sometimes am a bit dramatic. Okay, just letting you know, I tend to be maybe an over enthusiastic streamer. I'm just letting y'all know. I think most of you know that by now. Okay. So let's go to the Adventurers Inn. That's where we level up, Beefcake. We always want to stay at the stables. All we're interested in is see, the other rooms are if you need to recover hit points. But we have maximum hit points, so we're just going to stay at the stables, which are free. Okay, I actually like that. The only thing I don't like the fact that I lost vitality, but I still like the fact that I gained 11 hit points, okay? 48,608, that we can make that tonight. Okay, so now Beefcake is at 63. So we're going to change this so level 11. So 63. Okay, so that actually helps us. It's change, you know. I have my party below me that, you know, the composition of it. Okay, so this we're gonna have them. Ooh. Okay, now this chick gained a lot. Only did gain 1 hit point though, so I wish that had gone better. Now, the reason for that is there's actually a logical reason, because this chick used to be a fighter. Fighters gained 10, use 10 hit-sided dice. Holy shnikes! 41 hit points? Whoa. Damn. "41 hit points. Wow. Whoa. Probably what's been happening, now how this works, and I'm not sure if the NES version's the same, but what it does is, I know in the PC version, if you level up, it actually re-rolls all of your rolls. So in other words, it's not like if you're playing D&D, and let's say you go from level 1 to let's say you go from level 2 to level 3, you just roll it, and let's say you have a fighter, you roll a 10-sided dice, you get an 8, so your hit point max increases by 8 plus constitution bonus. But here what it does is you re-roll so if you're going from level 2 to level 3, you re-roll all 3 levels. Now, if your vitality, let's say, increases where you get a bonus, they then apply that bonus. So that's why you can sometimes have a really big reroll. Okay, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to, okay, so leave, Toast. Now, by the way, Toast is a wizard in some games. It is a bishop. In the PC and Apple II version, it is indeed a bishop. Okay. Let's see, Jeff. Okay. I've got some good news and some bad news. Jeff went up in level. Okay, Jeff went up in level, which is nice. But you notice what it did not say. It did not say anything about learning new spells. So let's inspect our people. Beefcake's level 11. Decent vitality. We need to get it up there a little bit. Samurai is now level 12. It's actually good. Doing well in the mage spells. I'll tell you what, at this rate, the mage is actually going to get okay, let's read the cleric spells. I think those are the only two spells that clerics can use, Malicto and Cadorto. I mean, for the maximum level. Okay. Still level 14 for the wizard. Let's check Jeff. No! Come on! And you're wondering why I'm like belly aching about the spell Tilt-A-Wait. That's basically the ultimate spell. You know, pretty much kills all monster groups. So what happens if you get let's say you get a case where, you know, let's say you get 3 monster groups. You can cast Tilt-A-Wait and it will affect all 3 monster groups. And that's something in this game that can be picky. It's tricky, especially if you have like 4 monster groups. Yeah. Now, that being said, I'm just going to point something out. I'm going to inspect Jeff. You see now Jeff has 3 on M. You see that they have it's like 9/9999753. So the fact that the last number is a 3, I think means that maybe now Jeff can now learn that 3rd spell, mage spell, which is, of course, we hope, Tilt-A-Wait. Now we're actually gonna remove some people. We're gonna remove these people, and we're actually gonna add the ninja back. And by the way, you see Zanzibar. Essentially, Zanzibar was a character that I created. I created the Zanzibar character to essentially as a backup lord, because I was sick of my fighter not getting the Beefcake, the fighter not getting the things for a lord, like getting the right level, like right ability score increases. So I So I, did that, and now all of a sudden it's like, okay, great. Okay. So as I said, so it was back to the unofficial poll. We had Gary, Mr. Krabs, Mrs. Puff, Smitty, Werb, and Jagermeister and Jensen. The one I surprised most people didn't go for was Squidward. The only other people I think that could, maybe is Fred. If you don't know who Fred is, just you're like, who's Fred? It's like all I have to say is 2 words, and you'll know who Fred is. My leg, my leg. Oh, hello, Gary. How you doing? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go back again. We're gonna go back for more. Go back for some more. Grinding. Again, we're gonna go now. Of course, the drawback with having everyone in the party is that the experience points get spread around a little bit more. But that being said, I think I have everyone where I want them to be. Except that, and so what I want to do is this time I want to try to get the 2 Beefcake and Jalimny up to level 12. And then what we'll do is then we will go down to so we're going to have our cleric cast our Morphic spell. And it looks like it worked. So Morphic was cast, I have to say it, perfectly. By the way, we're not really interested. We just want the Murphy's Ghosts encounters. But notice that Jalimny's doing some kick butt, damage. The ninjas got the shurikens, and that's one of the best weapons in the game, especially for a ninja. So I'm gonna save the state. I always like to save the state because let's say something happens. Let's say I've been having a few thunderstorms. And again, I have my things on fast. I don't know if Bass Jack's lurking, but Bass Jack loves to play Wizardry 1 also. In fact, I think Bass Jack's playing tonight, so if Bass Jack is playing once my stream is over, it's probably going to be a raid. If we can get to level 12, then I may have a few item grind streams where we go down to levels 9 and 10. Now for Jeff, even if right now, even if Jeff gets to even if Jeff gets Tilt-A-Weight, the thing we need to keep in mind is that Tilt-A-Weight can do about almost 110, about 100 points of damage. So if let's say we get some archmages who decide to let loose with the tilt-a-weight, we need to have all of our characters be able to resist it. So far, Jalimni and Iolowin, those are the only two that can successfully take a tilt-a-weight and still be good. Okay, yay, we surprised the monsters. I didn't really want to fight kobolds. But I'll tell you what, the last set of level ups, we had two cool surprises. One surprise was the 41 hit points that the cleric gained. The other surprise was the fact that Jeff did not get tilt-a-weight. But I'm hoping that Jeff gets it next level. Even then. And I'm also thinking that on this game, once you hit a certain level, how it works is normally XP. Like if you want to get to the next level, you have to get like it's kind of a what I say, like a geometric progression. What I mean by that is maybe your first level, first level up is like 1,000, and then 2,000. The next level up is like 4,000, and then maybe like 8,000. Eventually, it gets to the point where it's just a fixed number. So it's like eventually it's like, okay, once you get past level 15, it's like, let's say, Jeff, you need 350,000 experience points. And I'm hoping that my last three characters are to that point. I don't think the first three are, but they're getting there. But I'm just sorry. I'm a little bit ticked off about not getting tilt-a-weight for the mage, because that would be very useful. Because especially when we want to do level when we want to do like item grinding, sometimes you get like a group of monsters. Now, one thing that the ninja can do is the ninja can actually insta-kill. So sometimes if you read it quickly, you may see the word decapitated. That's essentially the ninja doing the insta-kill. I'm reading over everything. I wouldn't mind seeing a new Wizardry-like game like this, layout mostly text but 16-bit pixel. Artwork for the mobs, so you can buy your own house. So you can sell things. So in other words, instead of my taking stuff to like the trading post, I just keep it myself. I just sell it myself. And also have other skills: farming, cooking, alchemy. I like the idea. I have a feeling. I think someone's already done that, or there's a game where there's like where you can do those types of things. Cause I know. Okay. Okay, I think the ad break is over for most of you, so now, I Night Monk. I'm just gonna give you my idea. My opinion. I like the idea. I think the only concern I have is that when you think of Wizardry 1, you know, the main thing that comes to mind is dungeon crawler. Essentially, Wizardry 1 is pretty much almost 100% dungeon crawler. So I think when you have a dungeon crawler, you know, it'd be nice if there were you know, and so that what happens is if you're introducing skills like that, it now all of a sudden it takes you out of the dungeon. Now that being said, it's not a bad idea because you know it's like if you look at Wizardry, if you look at Wizardry 7, Wizardry 7 actually you know was not was you know there were dungeons, but it wasn't like what you'd call a dungeon crawler where you're pretty much 100% in a dungeon. Now, if there were ways to incorporate those things into the dungeons, I think that would be great. Okay, I better keep an eye on the hit points. We're still actually doing well because it's like it's like our three front line characters have armor class of -6, -2, and -5, so I don't think we have too much to worry about. And also, of course, we have a ninja that can throw, that's using shurikens, which I think do like huge amounts of damage, have a chance to decapitate. Hope everyone's doing well this evening. I'm doing all right. Just okay, bushwhackers. Some of those monsters tend to flee, and I'll tell you what, there's nothing more annoying than grinding a monster, you know, hitting it, and all of a sudden the monster decides to run. Because oftentimes you don't get XP for monsters that run. In fact, that's pretty much a universal truth. Unless you're doing AD&D like with milestones. Well, actually, some games that actually do give you experience points for progress. I know Wizardry 6 and 7 sometimes does that. I know the Ultima Underworlds, you know, they do. So if you explore a new area, you'll see the experience point thing go up. So let's see. Okay, so we're back in the saddle again, and So right now, as I said, I'm trying to think of what I want to do for Friday. Because I'm planning on streaming Friday and Saturday. Saturday's probably, you know, if you look at the schedule, it does say fitness stream, but I'm probably going to change that. I'm going to play this. But it's not really going to be a fitness stream. It's probably going to be more of a you know, my plan. It's like, you know, what's Moody gonna do? Moody wants to get back into shape. What's the plan? Sorry, an idea just popped into my head, so, but I'm not going to say it because especially if you have an idea for a business, I'm just going to say don't talk about it. Because I remember someone on a pinball stream, they were actually talking about an idea for a pinball machine, and I'm like, stop. I was thinking stop, because what could happen is someone could snipe you. You could be sniped. Like, you could be, looks like someone would be like, wait, and it's a question of like, okay, wait a minute. Who filed the trademark? Who filed the patent, copyright, etc.? Who filed it first? So that's why you don't want to. That's why if you have ideas, keep them to yourself. So. I hope everyone's doing well. As I said, I'm just trying to... As I said, it's more of a just chatting type stream. Got another friendly group, so and I'll be honest with you, when I talk about grinding, that I will say a lot of the earlier games, that was a drawback, that you really had to do a fair amount of grinding. I know Ultima 1, Ultima 2, Ultima 3, I would say, actually involved a fair amount of grinding. Ultima 4 and 5, I would say not so much, but you still had to... My favorite thing in Ultima 5 was that there were two rooms that were great for grinding. One of them was, I think, they both were in the dungeon wrong. There was a dragon room on level 6. And so what you would do is everyone would be invisible. You'd go in, kill the dragons easily, and you would loot the heck out of the chests. I mean, it got to the point where I could literally become a billionaire. I would have so much loot. And there was also a room on level 8 where you had daemons that were hidden. It was a kind of a room, but they were there's some of the rooms that would have alcoves. Where creatures would be hidden, and as long as you were wearing the crown and you were invisible, the daemons would not teleport out, and you didn't have to worry about getting possessed. And so I think every time you went in and went out of that room, it's but the key was you could not kill everything. Because in Ultima 5, if you killed everything, and it said victory, then that room is going to always be empty. Unlike Ultima 4, where if you empty a room and go back in, it's... So what I'd do is there were I think 12 daemons, so I'd go in and kill 11 out of the 12. And it would say battle is lost. Now in Ultima 4, I don't think in the dungeons though. you didn't get penalized for fleeing in dungeons. So that's how you got around that. Once you got to Ultima 6, I'm gonna just say Ultima 6, there was I would say it was probably the one of the first games I played where you didn't have to really grind a lot. You know, it was in other words, it wasn't a case where you had to have level 8 characters and survive some like mega dungeon. You know, all you needed was it was more puzzle solving. Ultima Underworlds 1 and 2. Ultima Underworld 1, you didn't have to really grind because you got as long as you didn't go too fast, I think the level ups were very appropriate. And same thing with Ultima Underworld 2, although if you watch my last if you watch some of my VODs, I don't know if the VODs are there anymore, but I do actually I do upload my VODs to YouTube. That way after 2 weeks when they're gone, you can at least see them. And slowly but surely, I'm starting to see more people, watch my YouTube videos and leave comments. That being said, I think what I need to do is I just need to organize them. And right now, yeah, things are all right, but they're a little tough. I don't have a lot of incentive during the day, so I tend to be like, eh. Okay, so far no concerns about hit points. Again, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to maximize the amount of okay, I'm looking at nope, not yet. As I said, if you just go to YouTube and search Moody_Mystery, it'll probably send you to the YouTube I guess one of my YouTube channels. As I said, right now on Friday, I'm thinking of Commodore 64. I'm not sure what I want to play yet. I have about 3 or 4 ideas, and I have some ideas in the back of my head. on, Moody? Um, It's doing well. I'm gonna be honest with you. Chat's been a little bit inactive, but that's all. Recently, that's all right. I'm not. Again, this is not high school or college where class participation is part of the grade. But if you have a good pun, don't keep it to yourself, please. I want to see it. I like good puns. What ideas do I have for the C64? Well, there's the space taxi game. I may even do an Apple II stream and stream the Black Magic game. The interesting thing about that is the Black Magic game on the Apple IIe was the first game. I would say the first time I ever rage quit during a stream. That was fun. That was a long time ago. There's a Space Harrier. Thinking of there's also Load Runner. I'm thinking of that. Space Harrier, Load Runner. Space Taxi. I may even do the submarine simulation. I like that. The only drawback is usually it's only last couple times I've played it, it's been only one game. There's leaderboard golf. I've thought of that. I haven't played that in the longest time, and with it being summer, I think playing a golf game's probably not a bad idea. But I have an emulator, so I can pretty much play about anything. The only thing I have not been able to play is Questron, and that's more of an RPG anyway. So those are the ideas I have. But I'm welcome to others. Just there was one that was suggested, but I had a really tough time playing it. There are a few other games that I've thought about, but it would be one of those things where I would want to play them first, or at least try them out first, but before I make sure. They're appropriate because there's a game, for example. I think it's How to Be a Complete Bastard. I would have to vet that game first before I'm like stream it, because I may have to put a warning on it saying not appropriate for children. Because I remember seeing that game, and it's like it's one of those things where you just essentially do like disgusting stuff, you know. But those are my ideas right now. Dude, I've been. It's like a. I was wondering like what's going on, because I'm like grinding these Murphy's Ghosts like cray cray, and it's like my hit points aren't going down very quickly. So either A, I'm okay. Oh, hello, Murphy's Ghost. Yeah, those I'd say those are the ideas. And no, not no racing, no racing games, because I already did that for Indy 500 weekend. So I appreciate that. Really, really, game. Okay, again, just letting you know there's an ad break coming soon. So what's gonna happen is when the ad break starts, I'm gonna BRB. I'm hoping this will be the last one of the night. Okay, ad break is over. So, okay. So this is my plan. My plan for today. We're gonna wait until a character gets below 20 hit points. We're then gonna go back to the town, and if all our characters are level 12 or above, and there's enough time, we're gonna do one. We're gonna do one. We're gonna do one attempt at a. We're gonna do one attempt at an level 10 item grind. Maybe two. I don't know. Depends. Depends what happens. Okay, Beachhead, so noted. I'll have to see if I have that one. And okay. And by the way, I'm writing Nate. I'm writing Nate like names. This is my note. I'm using the back of an old lottery thing. Not the official ticket, but the the thing that you give the thing that you give the lottery clerk. The one where you have to like do the bubbling. And of course, people are saying that's old school now. Everyone does things on the app, which kind of leads me to one of my grind my gears things. Is that I've used this before, but it's like there's certain things, because I know Taco Bell had this cool $5.99 box, but they said, oh, it's only available on the app. And nothing against the app. I'm like, okay, I just want to get some good food for cheap. And now you're gonna make me go through this app process. I'm gonna just say that's good as long as it's as the app is easy to use. Because I've heard horror stories about how like apps were like you'd get the wrong things. That's actually one of the reasons why. I mean, I've thought about working for like DoorDash or whatnot. I'm no. Just the way the system is set up, That being said, of course, the exception is if you can get what I call a dedicated clientele. Okay, Beachhead. As I said, I'll have to look at it. There's no guarantee that I'm gonna play it, but I will at least take a look at that and see. But Ionite Monk, I'm one of those that tends to go for things I'm comfortable with. That's just me. So I'm one of those that I tend not to do a lot of So this chick has gone below. Okay. It's gone below that threshold. Oh, Moody. Okay. Okay. I just looked at my list of ROMs and noticed that I did not have the ROM for it. So that means if I were to play it, I would need to get it. Which is fine. I don't mind looking. Okay. So we're going back to the castle and we're gonna see. Okay. Pool of Radiance. That actually sounds like almost an RPG. So I have a feeling that may be an RPG. Now let's go back down because we need to heal everyone. Okay, we're gonna do Mahdi on everyone. Maybe it's overkill, but it makes things a lot easier. Again, my goal is to not waste a lot of time, you know. Okay. So everyone's at max hits, good. Okay, so let's say, I always like to save, Woody's rule, save early, save often, okay? The one game I actually do like, that someone suggested to me was Flimbo's Quest, and I'm like, that's just such, it's so unique. I'm like, okay, I've never seen anything like it, but it's actually enjoyable. Okay, so, okay, Adventurers in. Okay, good. Beefcake, I'm glad you gained vitality. That's good. That's good. Let's have you. Okay, so now we're getting up there in. But you only gain 1 hit point, which kind of sucks. But hey, you know, you have to live with it. You know that's okay. So let's have this chick stay. Okay, nope, we're not there yet. Okay. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, yeah. I like the idea. Let's play RPG. Name all the characters. I like the idea, Ironite Monk, but you know what? Idea I also like. I also like having people in chat name the characters. That's actually how most of these names came up. You know, it's like Beefcake was the only one I named him. All the other characters were redeemed channel points to get a chance to name the characters. Okay. I know Jalimni's gonna gain a level. Okay, so Jalimni's up to level 12, so 127. Okay, so we're gonna see if any of the other characters gained levels. Ah, but you know, it was close. Ooh, Toast is close. Actually, Jeff is not too far away. Well, it seems like very far away, but in reality, I mean, with my grinding speed, we usually can get that. We can usually get that in the evening. Okay, so so what we're gonna do now? We're still going. One more. We're not doing any more Murphy's Ghost grinding. What we're gonna do is we are going to go level 10 for item grinding, and let's hope we don't get the same baloney that we got last time. Okay, where's my code? I have a code somewhere for what I need to, for how I need to teleport. Wait, where's the darn teleport code? Well, I have some mathematical equations here. Ah, there it is. Okay, so this is how we have to Maller. There was a question from a math textbook about the minimum an equation where y has the minimum value for positive numbers, and they said it's a calculator exercise, and I'm like, nope, it's not a calculator exercise. It is a calculus exercise. Basically, set up the function, take the first derivative, set the first derivative equal to 0, and voila, that gets you your minimum. Okay, so I don't know if we've saved it, so we're gonna do one more foray into the dungeon. This is gonna be quick, not super quick, but it's gonna be. So edge of town, maze. Okay, so we're gonna have the cleric cast 2 spells. Moporific, and they're also gonna cast Latu Mopic. What that's gonna do is that's gonna help identify the monsters. You know, so we know what we're getting. I'm gonna go back. Let me pull something up here. Ooh, okay. Okay. Okay, so what I did is I have a cheat sheet where I pulled up the monsters. Shame on me, yes. Okay. Oh. So we need to cast one more spell, so Jeff is gonna cast Maller. So let's see. It's 8 east, 1 north, and 8 down. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're on level 10. So we are now on level 10. Now, the one thing about level 10 is it's very easy to teleport out. So if, let's say, you know, so that way what we can do, we can only do one, we can actually just go through one encounter and then teleport out. Let's just hope the encounter is not too bad. Let's just hope we don't get any random encounters. Okay, good. So no random encounters. What we'll have to see is what we get. Feel free to run, but we cannot save scum, okay? Running is okay, save scumming is not. Okay, we got 2 fire giants. I was hoping for either frost or other types giants, but that being said, fire giants are not too bad. I mean, we can handle them. Okay. Okay, so we killed the fire giants. We didn't get a lot of XP. We only got like 700 XP. But what our goal here is to get... And heck, we did not even take any damage. Okay, so we have a chest. We're gonna Calfo. We have 2 characters that can Calfo. Cleric's Crisis. Ooh, an alarm. Oh boy. Let's have our ninja inspect and let's see what the ninja says. Oh crap, the trap was triggered. Alarm. Oh, what that means, great. We have another fight. Okay, so we're going up against a Gorgon and a Chimera. So, what I'm going to do, Gorgon, Chimera, which one's worse? Okay. So which one's worse? Take your poison. Because they both can breathe. So... Oh boy. So what are we gonna do? Okay. So we're gonna... So we're gonna fight the groups. Oh no. The thing's gonna cast some Malicto. Malicto is essentially blades. It's apparently damages both parties. Okay. We're gonna cast a Molito on the first one. And we're going to cast a Madalto on the second one. And we're just going to cross our fingers. Okay. Oh, Moody, you should have... Okay, so we're getting out of here. Okay, so what we're going to do... We're not done yet, okay? So don't y'all leave. Is we're gonna go back into the maze, and we're going to we're gonna have our cleric. Our cleric has Mahdi. So let's cast a dial on Jalimni. Good. Let's cast a dial on this chick. Good. We have Dios. Okay. Let's cast dial on Toast. Let's cast dial on Joffrey. Okay, so everyone is back to normal. I don't see us. Okay, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna go back up, and we're gonna rest at the Adventurers Inn. I don't think anyone's gaining any levels because we made very minimal levels. So, we're going back in because this game is weird. When we get an item, the only way we can identify the item, we actually have to identify the items in the dungeon. And I remember our getting a sword. Yep. So we're going to trade the sword to Toast. Toast is a wizard. Toast can help us identify items. Okay. Okay, so. Okay, Toast. Okay. Now, one thing to keep in mind is whenever a wizard or bishop identifies an item, there is a chance that it's cursed, and if they accidentally touch it, they have to equip the item. That being said, that's not going to happen because why isn't it going to happen? Because with wizards, bishops, they cannot equip swords. Okay, so it's a sword of slicing. So let's see what a sword of slicing is. I think I know what it is, but I just want to confirm. Okay, so let's open. Okay. Sword of slicing. It's actually not bad. It's actually a long sword. It's a long sword +1. So Toast, you're gonna sell it. And, okay, so I think what we're going to do is, I think we've had enough fun for tonight, you know. So we're probably the next stream, if anyone, you know, the Friday I'm doing Commodore 64. I'm not sure what. But you're gonna have to tell Gandalf that he is not allowed to wield Glamdring. Well, actually, Gandalf used to be a professor, but got fired because every one of Gandalf's students failed because Gandalf said, "None shall pass." So, stick around for the raid. We're gonna be we're raiding Base Jack. Base Jack 1. Base Jack 1's actually playing the same game I am. The only difference is Base Jack is playing on the Apple II. So I'll see you Friday for who knows what Commodore 64 game. But y'all, I mean, hey. Again, I just want to thank y'all for coming and have a great night.